clock is striking and the city's wrapped in gray, I slipped out of my window just to steal you far away. My heart is pounding frantic like a bird inside a cage. Two teenage names are breaking from a cold, forbidden page.
I ran across the cobblestones, my coat against the chill, defying every warning that they whispered on the sill. Our families can hate us and the world can try to tear, but my leather boots are racing towards Trafalgar Square.
I see you by the fountains where the misty waters green, a vision out of Technicolor stepping from a dream. You've left your heavy worries and your vintage family rings to trust a broke young crooner and the freedom that he brings.
I throw my arms around you as the stone-carved lions stare, the sweetest secret lovers breathing in the midnight air.
Two soulmates bound together, let the gossip say we sinned. We're throwing all caution completely to the wind. So meet me in Trafalgar Square, beneath the solid sky. We'll catch the midnight engine, and we'll never look back high. No walls can ever hold us, and no rules can keep us bound. We're building up a kingdom on the freedom we have found. The mist is rising magical, the night has just begun. For you are my wee moonbeam, and I'm your only one.
I left a fresh-picked bundle of the lily of the valley to guide your lonely footsteps right out of your dark, dark alley.
And I will wear my finest suit, the sharpest tailored line, to prove to all the world that your sweet hand is truly mine.
We'll find a sleepy, quiet town and build a cozy flame where nobody can judge us and nobody knows our name.
So meet me in Trafalgar Square, beneath the starlit sky. We'll catch the midnight engine, and we'll never look back high. No walls can ever hold us, and no rules can keep us bound. We're building up a kingdom on the freedom we have found. The mist is rising magical, the night has just begun. For you are my wee moonbeam, and I'm your only one.
Hold my hand, my moonbeam.
The train is waiting there.
Our story's just beginning in Trafalgar Square.
morning sun creeps cold across our unmade woven bed, I turn to catch your shoulder, but I touch the sheets instead. The pillow holds your imprint, but the woolen blanket's chill. And there beneath the teacup sits a note upon the sill. My fingers shake to break the wax, the ink is neat and blue. I read the words out loud because I can't believe they're true. My wee moonbeam, the letter starts, your nickname for my soul. By the time you read these fragile lines, the morning bells will toll. I've packed my leather vanity, I've taken all my rings to chase the neon city lights and what the future brings. You are too good, too gentle for the wildness in my chest. I love you, but I cannot stay and settle in our nest. But why, my love, oh why did I not hold you close enough? And sorry, but my restless heart was made of harder stuff. I would have given you the world, the stars, the silver sea. You gave me peace, my moonbeam, but I needed to be free. Now the shadows fill the hallway where we used to dance till dawn. Goodbye, my wee moonbeam, the light is completely gone. I pacing round the kitchen where you burnt the biscuits black, and look out at the gravel path to see if you'll turn back. Was it the night we spoke of towns we'd never get to see? Or did you feel the heavy chains of ordinary me? You write about the neon lights as if they heal the pain, but city lights can never wash your conscience like the rain. But why, my love, oh why did I not hold you close enough? I'm sorry, but my restless heart was made of harder stuff. I would have given you the world, the stars, the silver sea. You gave me peace, my moonbeam, but I needed to be free. Now the shadows fill the hallway where we used to dance till dawn. Goodbye, my wee moonbeam, the light is completely gone. starts to whistle, but I'll only pour one cup. Goodbye, my little story, I never did wake up. The station lamps are casting halos through the midnight mist. Upon the coldest, saddest platform where two lovers kissed, young Dean is standing by the door of carriage number 3, begging for a single spark of what we used to be. But Jean is turning back her head, her face behind the pane, refusing to acknowledge all his agonizing pain. The conductor blows his whistle shrill, the heavy iron cranks. The pistons start to hiss and roll along the riverbanks. She pulls the velvet curtain shut, she draws the blinds so tight to shut out his pleading face and vanish in the night. And Dean begins to panic as the wheels begin to spin, as the true reality of losing her sinks deep within. He's running down the platform as the train begins to part, crying, Jean, oh Jean, there's no love in your heart. His leather boots are slipping on the rain-slick granite stone, left behind to suffer in the darkness all alone. He slams his hands against the iron, shouting through the roar, but she keeps her eyes fixed straight ahead and locks the cage door. The steam is rising thick and high, the shadows have completely won, for there's no love in your heart, not a drop, not for anyone. He falls down to his knees right where the cold downpours descend, witnessing the tragic finish of his finest friend. He breaks down in the shadows as the red tail lights decline, and lets his tears mix freely with the water on the line. He remembers the sweet fairground under summer's golden gleam, when their raspberry romance felt right out of a dream. He remembers waking up to see the sunrise in her eyes, when friendship turned to passion under technicolor skies. He remembers how she left the bells of Lily of the Valley to guide a lone traveling crooner right out of his dark, lonely alley. But now those memories are weapons cutting through his chest, leaving the loneliest, emptiest tuxedo in the West. He's running down the platform as the train begins to part, crying, "Jean, oh Jean, there's no love in your heart." His leather boots are slipping on the rain-slick granite stone, left behind to suffer in the darkness all alone. He slams his hands against the iron, shouting through the roar, but she keeps her eyes fixed straight ahead and locks the carriage door. The steam is rising thick and high, the shadows have completely won, for there's no love in your heart, not a drop. For anyone. The platform is empty. The tracks are cold and bare. Goodbye, my little story. She isn't even there.
The velvet curtains pulled, the window glass is freezing cold. I'm staring at the ticket that my trembling fingers hold. I saw him running down the tracks, his leather boots astray, and every screeching iron wheel is screaming, "Stay, oh stay!" I hid my face behind my hands so he wouldn't see me cry, because I didn't have the strength to look him in the eye. He thinks my heart is made of stone, that I am cruel and blind, leaving the gentlest, sweetest man a girl could ever find. But ordinary days with him felt like a velvet cage, a beautiful, perfect story trapped upon a static page. I love my wee moonbeam so much it suffocates my breath, and staying in that quiet town felt like a living death. And now I'm flying through the dark as fast as iron can roll, with a heavy bleeding conscience breaking down my soul, looking out the window pane as his silhouette declines, leaving all our technicolor
there's no love in my heart for myself, for what I've done. I open up my vanity to see my reflection blur, just a scared, restless girl in a fancy vintage fur. I left the bells of Lily of the Valley by his side, a lonely traveling singer with nowhere left to hide. The flashing neon city lights are calling out my name, but they will never warm me like our cozy bedroom flame. And now I'm flying through the dark as fast as I can run, with a heavy bleeding conscience breaking down my soul, looking out the window pane as his silhouette declines, leaving all our technicolor dreams upon the lines. The steam is rising thick and high, the shadows completely won. There's no love in my heart for myself, for what I've done. The platform's gone. The night is bare. Forgive me, my moonbeam. I'm no longer there.
I searched 1,000 sleepless nights for words you never said, built 1,000 different endings inside my weary head. Every silence became a question, every tear became a clue. I thought I needed answers when I only needed truth. The years have worn the sharpness down like waves upon the shore. Some doors were never meant to open, some hearts can't ask for more. I only came to understand, not to change your mind, not to turn the hands of time, or leave the past behind, just to know the road you traveled when it wandered out of you. I only came to understand the reasons that led to you. Maybe love was never broken. Maybe life just changed its tune. Maybe we were both just children, growing underneath one moon. You found tomorrow waiting. I stayed talking to yesterday. Neither one was wrong, my love. We just walked a different way. Now I can finally lay these questions where the river meets the sea. Closure wasn't something you could give. It had to grow in me. I only came to understand why forever slipped away, why the dreams we held together couldn't somehow learn to stay. Though you'll never hear these words, they're finally ringing true. I only came to understand, and in understanding, I found goodbye to you. Some loves become our future. Some become the lesson that teaches us how to live it. I walk the streets we used to wander, past every place we used to know, the cafe where we laughed for hours, the station where you let me go. The autumn leaves were gently falling, just like the dreams we'd held so tight. I smiled because they once were ours, then watched them disappear from sight. Goodbye, my wee moonbeam, the brightest light I've known. You taught this lonely heart to love, then find the strength alone. I'll carry every memory like stars across the sea. You may not walk beside me now, but you'll always live in me. I used to ask 1,000 questions, searching every sleepless night, wondering where I lost tomorrow, trying hard to make it right. But answers don't change yesterday, nor bring back yesterday's embrace. Sometimes love is simply grateful for having shared its time and place. If somewhere years from now you pause and hear a distant melody, don't feel sorrow, just smile, because somewhere I'll be smiling too. Goodbye, my wee moonbeam. No tears are left to hide. The boy who loved you never vanished. He simply learned goodbye. So here's my final whispered promise as our story slips from view. Thank you for the love we shared, and thank you for simply being you. Nande cha-da-da.
I saw you standing on the corner long before you noticed me. For just a fleeting heartbeat, you were who you used to be. One smile, one familiar face, one lifetime came rushing through. Then the years returned between us, and I remembered we were no longer two. Always searched for answers, wondered where our story went. You thought there was a reason, one mistake, one moment spent. There wasn't one. We were growing, though neither of us could see. The girl you fell in love with was slowly changing into me. Change. When winter came, we weren't the same. Not every story gets You found your peace in quiet places, dreaming of a little home. My heart kept chasing distant horizons, wondering where the road might roam. Neither dream was wrong, my darling, neither heart untrue. We simply reached tomorrow, wanting different views. You always thought I'd stopped loving you. It wasn't quite like that. Some loves don't disappear, they gently change their shape. You were my first love, you'll always be my spring. Every flower still reminds me of who we used to be. We lived the spring, we cherished summer. Autumn taught us we could change. Winter showed us love can still be beautiful, even when it cannot stay. Some first loves become forever, most become a memory, but every first love leaves a light that never truly leaves. Thank you for every laugh, every kiss, every dream beneath the stars. You helped the girl I used to be become the woman standing here today. I saw you. I smiled. Not because I wanted yesterday again, but because for one beautiful season, yesterday was ours. Thank you for being my spring.